but it always makes you go funny if I'm recording. So I'm wondering if I should start. I'll start with the title, and then I'll go on to the second half of the poem, which is the mining bit. I am well done. But then, when I've been going 10 minutes, Zainab, will you tell me? So I don't think it should be longer than 10 minutes, and then. Okay, so the National Trust. Let me get that up for you. Has anyone heard of it? Have you heard of it, Ruqayyah? Yeah. Ruqayyah did a funny noise. Or was it you, Neve? Go on, tell us what the National Trust is.
Is it not just like loads of different buildings?
Yeah.
You pay for a membership or something?
Yes. Yes, it's an organisation that keeps the treasures of the nation in trust, the National Trust. And they have lots of big houses. Let's have a look at Days Out. Oh, where do we want to go? Near here. What have you got? And did you get dragged around them then, Ruqayyah? Oh, my kids have been dragged around a lot of them. But why is it not letting me do it? Lose my location. Oh, will I not let it know my location? Okay, I'm going to put Harrow. And look, you can go to that fancy house, which looks like Osterley Park. Anyone been to Osterley Park and House? Yeah, a few people. Or you might go to that fancy house or that fancy house. Wow, that looks a kind of a different fancy house. I mean, interesting, but not like, it's usually that sort of thing. Anyone been to Ham House and Garden? It's a unique 17th century treasure trove, and it's held in trust for the nation. And what some people think about, so there's already two ways of looking at that title, that it's we trust them with our things. It's, we trust them with our history, and they're in charge of our history in a way. And what they've been criticised for, though they're a lot better at it now, is only giving you the history of the rich people. So where are the miners' houses? Where are the factory workers' houses? Where are the farmers, not the rich farmers? Where are the poor farmers' houses? You can't go around them. Partly they get demolished a lot. Partly it's less interesting. Things to see and do here. Oh, that's nice. So you can go through that, around that nice garden. Oh, that is nice. I love that. So it's French style, that, I think. Oh, and you can look at their cabinets. Oh, look, you can go and get pumpkins. Nice houses. You can go on tours, and let's have a look at the tours. I have kitchen garden tours and architecture tours and medieval plants. Where did the servants live? What was their life like? Airbrushed out of the National Trust. It's about preserving the history of the rich. And I can tell you for now that servants lived in the attic. They were hardly ever in their rooms, to be honest, because if you were awake, you were at work for most servants' lives until, say, the 1920s. And they lived in terrible accommodation in the attic. They ate in the cellar. But if anyone's been around one of these houses, it's really rare to be shown the servants' accommodation. There were hundreds of servants, a few family members, but you see all of the facts. Anyone know what I'm talking about here? So we kind of forget the history of ordinary people and what it was like, how most people lived, in favour of show me how rich people lived. So that's the title. Let me go back. How am I doing for time? Do you know, Zainab? I've done 6. I've got 6 left. Oh, that's good. So, I don't know whether to do that. I've never done it this way. I'm thinking, no, I'm going to do it the normal way. So, bottomless pit. It just starts with that sentence. A bottomless pit. Is there any such thing as a bottomless pit? There can't be, can there? Because of, like, the middle of the earth. But it's a phrase. You get bottomless lunches at some, like, all-you-can-eat places. But a bottomless pit, how exciting. Nobody can see where the bottom of the pit is. And there's one in Castleton. Well, there isn't, but there's a really, really deep pit. And let me get you Castleton. Google Maps. Castleton. There it is. Big, big, famous mining area. Not anymore. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place to go on holiday. And there it is in this area, and massive for mining. You see massive industrial centre around there. If you go to any of these unis or Leeds up there, you'll probably go to like out on the peaks, maybe on a day trip or something, when your parents visit you. And you can still go around the mines. Oh, I've seen that Peveril Castle. Speedwell Cavern. You go into there, and I can't remember whether it's a boat or you just walk, and you see around the mines all the stalagmites and stalactites and stuff. So here we are. We've got a bottomless pit, and it's in Castleton. Let me go back to the poem. And stout upholders of our law and order. So good, honest citizens who uphold law and order, the mayor, the elders of the town. They want to know how deep this pit is. And not only that, but they're going to take a bet on it. So one day they thought the depth of the bottomless pit worth having a bet on. So I bet it's, I don't know, a mile deep. I bet it's 3/4 of a mile deep. I don't think it can be a mile deep. I don't think we've got tunnels. Or have we? How deep are the deepest mines? We're off. How deep are the deepest mines? Oh no. I know we haven't been very far down into the earth. So down 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles, less than 2.5 miles. Anyway, how deep is this pit? How would you find out how deep a pit was? I'll just pause the recording while they think about that. Oh, I've lost the recording. I'm a bit worried. Have I turned it off? No, it's still here. Okay, Amy. So Rakaya wanted to put a person down there with a tracker in their ear. But Amelia had the more humane idea of putting a rock on a piece of string down a mine to measure how deep it is and measuring the string. So indeed, what these people did was they borrowed a convict. So they're great, upstanding citizens, and they stand up for law and order, but they've borrowed a prisoner. No one's going to care about them, from the jail, and winched him down. So where are we on the word winched? You've heard of a winch. Do you know what it is, Neve? What? Oh, okay. I'll show you a winch. This is just a bit awkward. There we go. A winch is... Oh, there. That's a good one. Do you see you'd be able to measure how much rope comes out of that? I hear it more in terms of helicopters. You get winched into a helicopter. They send down a hook and you hook it on you and get you off the top of the burning building by winching you up into the helicopter. It's that sort of thing. So they borrowed a convict and they winch him down the mine and back. And then they can tell how deep the mine is. But they want to know what it's like down there. But he won't speak. Look, he comes back flayed, grey, mad and dumb. And going through those 4 words will be the subject of video